Changing Times, the Allenwood Conversations.
Proudly supported by Kildare County Council.
One of the books that you wrote was the Rory Stories Guide to the GAA, and the GAA had a huge impact on your life. Will you talk us through that?
Yeah, so the GAA was like a lot growing up. Like my dad would have been big into it, and I started playing football with Donegal Ashburn at 6-7 years of age, and again it gave me an identity because I was so big for my age. Like, so even though in school I stood out from the crowd, like when I was asked to say stand up and read, I was like this big giant reading, and that I was self-aware with that, and sometimes I didn't like. I used to hunch down a little bit. I didn't like to be as bigger than everyone else because you stood out, or say if there was a crowd of us messing, you'd be picked out. But then the opposite of that was the football field. It was an advantage. So from the age of...
You were the hero.
From the age of 14 to 18, I was unmarkable on the pitch because I was a man, really, an athlete, like playing, because I was so physically big and strong. And obviously, like most man-childs, as you call them, I mellowed out then as I got older because everyone grows. But for them years, football was everything. Like, yeah, okay, the classroom or that wasn't going great, but just let me out onto the field. And I had an identity. And that led... I went on then, like, I captained the Meath minor team at my own age, which was like... It was such a... It's some of the most proudest thing I'm ever proud of, because my club wouldn't have been recognised as a big powerhouse in Meath club football. So for us to have someone who was not only starting on the Meath minor team but also captain, that gave me huge pride. Like, and I used to go down to Navan, and I'm from Donegal Ashburn, and yeah, we speak like we're from Dublin, but I promise you we're Meath men. We're Meath men as much as they are in Ballinlough or Oldcastle or anywhere Summerhill. Like, and this was so that's, and then it went on then, and I played a lot of club football. We won an intermediate championship with our club in 2007, and that was brilliant. I got to witness, we hadn't won it in 50 years, and the club became senior and the bells, and I won it at a perfect time because I was young and I'd no really worries or cares. I had a job that I'd no bother calling in sick on the Monday.
Did you keep all those medals? Have you got all those medals?
Yeah, well, as Andy McAleese was the manager of that team at the time, as he said himself, it's not about the medals. He's right. It's about memories. And like, you know, I'm sure like you could have Philly McMahon and you could have the Gooch Cooper there, and they probably say the same. Yeah, my medals are off somewhere, but it's the memories that the GA. And for me, I know GA people are biased, but the foundation it gives you in life.
I was just about to say, it's your confidence. You can see it.
The amount of people,
looking
like
there.
you go to Australia.
It's the clan.
Where are you from?
And it's worldwide.
Do you know, like, I could meet anybody in Meath when I was travelling, and within one conversation, we both knew someone and we were able to chat away, because you're playing, especially when you play on a county, you're playing with lads from different clubs. Where are you from? I'm Summerhill. Oh, do you know McAleese? Or where are you from? Screen. Oh, Trevor. Like, and this, and even going away, and it gets you work, it gets you, like, back playing. And there's a great family there, the GA, and it's something that, you know, I certainly like owe a lot to myself as well. Is not just like my career, but the GA is where Rory Stories began, with the dirty cornerbacks, the cocky corner forwards, and it was funny back then.
Tell us about the comedy that you brought into your Rory Stories about the GA.
I used to be down training, and I remember one lad, our corner forward, in the middle of a drill, the manager, right lads, we have to get the run into legs. I remember goes, oh listen Gaffer, I'm just going to practice a few frees. Oh yeah, go on. I says, I'm nailing you tomorrow. And I went down the next day and recorded what he'd done, put it online, and it went off fire. And back then there was no TikTok or anything like that. Like, there was not many people doing it, so I didn't really know what I was at. I had an iPhone 4, and if you look at YouTube now, it was like a wet turf recording on. It's all blurry and all, but it was, people were connecting with me, and it gave me an opportunity. Like, I went up and down the M1 a lot for maybe 6 months in a row. I think I done one club and down a night with Rory Stories, and I ended up heading all the way out to Portaferry. Like, it went all the way up down Patrick, because you're here, we got your man up, blah blah blah, we sold this, up the next, and here I was driving me God rest bees. I remember one time I drove it up, and I felt slightly embarrassed, so I went to park the car outside the GA club and walk up, and then, oh Rory, we have a spot for you here. I was, oh no. I drove right up, Rory's me getting out of this 05 Polo. Oh, you lads, my car's in the garage, this is my wife. And like, I feel terrible because they done me at the time, but they all thought, here's this famous Rory Stories, and I literally was getting back in this car, driving back, giving my wife the couple of pounds I got, and going back into a call centre job on a Monday and living a different life, like, you know. up there, oh, selfie, and then I was here sitting and ringing people like as if I cared about like whatever I was doing.
Changing Times, the Allenwood Conversations.
Proudly supported by Kildare County Council.